every single one of us is a field that is both the observer, the observed, and the actor. This changes the paradigm, right? But we need a change of paradigm, because otherwise, if we are machines, like scientism is telling us, we are going to be taken over by the machines, the artificial intelligence that people will control, powerful people will control, and through those machines they can control us if we don't change our mind of who we are.
It will become a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy.
Will become a self-fulfilling prophecy because we have not done the personal work to understand who we are.
Boy, that was so powerful what he just said. And I hope people can understand it. If you don't, go rewind it until you get it. Basically what he's telling you is that we're being programmed, right? Not to think for ourselves, but to be a part of a programmable thinking system. And if you can comprehend what I'm saying, basically they're teaching us, right, to be guided through life by our own ignorance. It's like creating a reality within a reality, right? And the powers that be are the ones in control. You're not here to be a free thinker. This is why young boys go out and shoot and kill and do all this shit. This is why women want their ass done. This is why men do what they do. This is why people do what they do. Because they're programmed to do that within a programmable system. School 100% teaches you not to think. Right? And I always use it as an example. If you was able to think for yourself, because most people think they're thinking for themselves, they're not. You're basically thinking about options that has been placed by default, and out of those options, those are the only things you're thinking about. If you was a free thinker, you can put things together yourself based off the experiences that you have with things. Let's take religion as an example. I always use an example, right? If you thought about it, why would black people worship a God that don't look like them? And you've been taught to say, well, it ain't about color. It ain't about this. Why are all the things that we're told to turn a blind eye on, these people use against us? They make it a big issue. Oh, money ain't all that, but why the fuck do they want it? Why if the color of the God we worship or look at as a resemblance of us, or whatever the case, if color didn't matter, then why do they use color as one of the main things to separate us? Because you're not thinking. And when you introduce any type of African gods or deities to black people, that shit like kryptonite to them. And if you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Lions don't hang with hyenas. So you think a lion would worship an hyena imagery of God? It doesn't make sense. So that should tell you that the way we see religion, or what was programmed to us to see, it doesn't make sense. But you're not taught to think. You're just taught to take what they give you, shove it down your throat, and you going off by your business. I told you, these people will strip you of your culture and replace it with the moral culture that is so acceptable, a programmable system, right? And this puts you in a position by default to just be ignorance within your own reality, and you don't even fucking know it. This is why we must regain schools. Schools, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. If LeBron James or any athlete or any black person that has the power, influence, and the finances, if they built, let's say, a shoe factory, and that shoe factory going to be called whatever we call it, we have like 10 different shoes, and those shoes that is bought is going back for black people's liberation. Meaning, if that motherfucker grossed 20 million, 30 million in 1 year profit, take half of that, build another facility that does the same thing, build another one, build schools with this money, the shit that churches should be doing, instead of going and buying clothes, houses, and cars. Put the money back into the system, a system that's going to be governed by us, or people that's not of a democracy, not the greedy motherfuckers at the top. They've already proven what their ideologies are. Fuck them. And when I say people, it doesn't even matter what color. But I'm gonna use black folks as an example, because we the worstest one. We're on the bottom of the totem pole, and we've been on the bottom of the totem pole. So let's just say if LeBron James did that, he opened up a shoe factory, that shit made 30 million in 1 year. We take half of that, 15 million, and we build another one. And we start building schools with all the revenue that's coming from these different companies to rehabilitate black peoples or people in general, right? It's the same shit the Jews do, so you can't say it's it's something wrong with it. They doing it, right? If we were to do that, we'll have an all-out war, and y'all better be ready, because the motherfuckers that's on the throne right now that has food and brain fuck the world are not gonna just step off the throne and just hand it to you. It's gonna be a war. This is why anybody of importance that try to go against them, they make an example out of them. This is why I hate to see certain people speak about certain things, even our own people sometimes. But I know they just running off ignorance. They're running off those programmable systems that I'm telling you about, right? And it's crazy that none of them would do it. One reason I know, because there's not enough black people backing the idea of that. People will lose it all trying to help their own people. And it's not the fact that black people are stupid or dumb. You're just a part of a programmable system. You're programmed to think like you're thinking. And if you thought as a free thinker, you would say, how the fuck can we go as black people and spend money with people who don't spend money back, but we continuously do this shit? We're not thinking. We're basically engulfed in this programmable thinking system. That is a fucking, if you can comprehend what I'm saying, you're basically trained to self-destruct yourself. And that's exactly what we do. We talk more shit about each other. We bring each other down. And the ones who can't comprehend this programmable system, they add on to it. That's why black people this and black people that. You have to understand why black people are like that to solve the problem. If you want to be frank, bro, we can't even call ourselves black men, because we're living under another man's authority. Think about that shit for a second. The reason you don't think about it is because you are engulfed in this programmable thinking system. You as a man, no matter what color you are, you could be Latino, you still living by another man's ideology. You could be black, you could be white. And this is why I try to tell people, once you start thinking for yourself, that's when this shit start to open up, bro. And all you had to do is think. But it's not your fault. You've been a part of a program that promotes programmable thinking. You got to step up out of that. I told y'all, your life every day, you're at war. Your mind, the bondage. And you can't put people in a war that they don't know exists. You can ask a motherfucker who went to school, got all the PhDs. That's why I tell y'all, going to those schools, and it's no disrespect, but going to those schools, getting the master's degrees and all this shit, it doesn't matter, bro. You're just being more and more engulfed in this programmable system, thinking system. They programming you to think what they want you to think. There's options already laid out for you that's not going to help you. But if you think for yourself as a free thinker, you can come up with better options, better understanding. And if we don't do that, based off what he's saying, and he's right, I've been telling y'all, AI is going to take over, as you see it's doing. So if you think about it, we can't even call ourselves men, because we live in another man's ideology. And when you think about what I'm saying, you will listen to some of the so-called people that we uphold to be these bright and smart people. And the only reason we agree with the shit they say is because we are engulfed in this programmable thinking system. But if you think for yourself, you'll say, damn. It's not that he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just speaking from a programmed system that he's been programmed to adopt his whole life. He don't know no better. This is what we call lost souls. Yeah, sound articulate, may even look articulate. But if you think about the shit, don't make sense. That shit do not make sense at all. You must understand that. So don't crucify them. Just understand. They don't know shit. They've been to the 12-step brainwash camp like we all been. School taught us all this bullshit. School is the biggest problem we have. And school is teaching our children to have more faith in government than their own parents. And I told y'all, parents is just a pair that rents. A pair that rents. Why? Because your children are owned by the United States government. It's just a corporation. And when you sign that birth certificate, you just signed your child over to the corporation. Listen, man, it's your boy Papa Duck. I love y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Please share this video. It's free to share. Sharing is caring. I'm trying to put this message out. Also put however you feel in the comments. Like I say, people read these comments from all over the world. We learn from each other. And hopefully we could bring clarity to a lot of things moving forward. All I'm saying is, and I want you to take from this video, is that you have to start thinking for yourself outside the box. They don't want people outside the box. Why? Because you cannot be controlled. You cannot be told what to think. This is why now you may see people with even painted fingernails and the way they dressed and how they do things and think. They're not a part of the box. So it's going to be hard for you to grasp it or to understand it. It's all about respect, no matter what. Respect is due to a dog. That just means if a person doing this, doing that, it's just about respect. This is their life, okay? But what I'm telling you is this. They're trying to bundle us up under one roof and control us all, which they basically been doing. Because they got majority of us controlled and tied down mentally. It's called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. Go get the book. It'll blow your mind. Listen, man, it's your boy Papa Duck. I love y'all. Like I tell y'all all the time, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. Okay? I'll catch y'all on the next video. Love.